Hey guys, what is going on? And welcome back to another episode of the Huddersfield Town Career Mode. This is episode number 57, and today we are returning with the end of season special, as you'll see some stuff you wouldn't see in a normal Career Mode episode. The final league table, the assists, the clean sheets, the top scorer charts as well. What went on around the world in the top leagues in Europe too, and also a final squad hub as well, plus the end of season awards and the goal of the season compilation as well. So quite a few things to get through in the end of season special. Let's just dive straight into it. Now, of course, you'll see the final league table, which you would have seen 2 episodes ago, just real briefly once again, as you can see in detail exactly what happened this season as Huddersfield were crowned champions of the Premier League for the first time ever, winning it by scoring 77 goals in 38 league games, top scorers by 12, which was fantastic, and only letting 28 goals as well, finishing with a whopping plus 49 goal difference too, so delighted with that. And as for your other competitions, of course we won the FA Cup. You would have seen that in the last episode with our win over Manchester City by 3 goals to 1 at Wembley. The Carabao Cup was won by this year's league runners-up Manchester United as they beat Swansea by 3 goals to 0, who beat us in the semi-finals. The Champions League yet to be played. I'll tell you who won that at the start of next season. That's between Barcelona and Spurs. But the Europa League was won by Chelsea though, as they beat, was it Inter Milan? I think it was. Yeah, by a goal to 0 in the final. And as for a brief look at the top scorers, the assists and clean sheets charts in the Premier League as well, Moses was indeed given the golden boot coming the end of the season for scoring 30 goals this year, as he retained it after winning it last season as well. Sisto for us too also managed to make it into the top 25, finishing in 15th place with 10 goals. What a season Pione Sisto had as well, back to his season 1 form. And for assists as well, Vitinho had the most with 16. I said pretty much since we signed these two together at the start of last season, they're bros. These two love playing with one another, man. Vitinho so good in the cam role, and Moses so good in the striker role as well. He had 7 assists himself, Moses, this year in the top 8 as well, which is fantastic. And Moy got in there too, in 21st place. Adi Kachunga, I didn't notice that, with 5 in 24th place. And as for clean sheets, Ross Hudson won the Golden Glove as well. So Huddersfield sweeping the boards in the top scorers, the assists, and the clean sheets chart as well. Just in general, the whole team this season was fantastic, and so many standout players too. And we'll next take a look at the other leagues across Europe as well. I think I might have forgot to show you the bottom 3 in the full league table, so it wasn't the full league table a moment ago, but Wolves, West Brom and Derby, as we discussed a couple of episodes ago, were relegated. Derby finishing rock bottom with just 16 points this season, very, very poor indeed, and those 3 are going to the Championship. And as for the Championship, the teams that will join us in the Premier League next season are Sunderland, Brighton Hove Albion, and one of Reading, Aston Villa, Norwich or Leeds, as they were the teams in the playoffs. But as for the French Ligue 1, Lyon were crowned champions with 88 points this season, finishing 3 points clear of Paris Saint-Germain and Monaco as well. As for Germany, Bayern Munich being crowned champions, I believe, for maybe the first time this series, or did they win it in season 1? They didn't win it last season, but I think they might have won it in season 1. But Germany, Bayern Munich were champions of the Bundesliga. And as for Italy as well, AC Milan were crowned champions, just pipping Juventus, who pretty much always win it, to the title by a single goal in the goal score column. Now that is unbelievably tight. Oh, and Palermo avoided relegation as well. Well done, lads. And as for La Liga, well, Barcelona were crowned champions of the Spanish top tier with 88 points, finishing 9 points clear of Real Madrid and 10 clear of Atletico Madrid as well, as Valencia finished in 4th place to complete their top 4. Next item on the agenda is the objectives overview, so you can see how we're getting on off the pitch as well as on the pitch this season. My manager rating right now is an 83, and as you can see, we haven't currently hit either our youth development or our brand exposure objectives. But this is quite interesting because they're both long term. But the youth development objective here is a medium priority. We're supposed to make a £2.64 million profit from youth player sales within 2 seasons, but we've already sold the Holm brothers, Tobias Holm and Hans Holm, and we haven't seen that percentage go up one bit. Now, both of those players raised more than 2.6 mil, for this club, yet the percentage has not risen one bit. So I'm not entirely sure what's going on there. I don't know. We'll find out at a later date, I'm sure. For the time being, both of those objectives are getting failed, which is a little bit concerning. But continentally, we did fail our objective this season. That was to reach the quarterfinals of the Champions League, and sadly we fell short of that by being knocked out by Barcelona Barcelona in around the 16 stage. But domestically, however, what a great season in England. We exceeded both of our objectives, which were to finish in a Europa League spot in the Premier League and reached around the 16 stage of the FA Cup. We won both of those on our way to our first ever domestic double. So the ball must have been delighted with that, even though it was quite a very low priority. But financially, though, just hit this objective very recently, and that was within 2 seasons, to increase the club worth of your club by 15%. Done that, and delighted with that. So, I'll take a look at the budget real quickly as well. You can see we've got 242 million in profit right now. We are currently making this club so much, making this club worth so much more money, and we're closing in on $1 billion. We're closing in on £1 billion club valuation, which will be fantastic. And hopefully for next season as well, our budget is going to be around 45 to 50 million pounds. That's the target anyway, as we'll have a lot of money, I'd hope, after a really great season 3. But also as well, we'll take a look at the monthly scouting updates and academy as well, just before we get to the squad hub. And also, Sean Morris is out of contract at the end of the season. I did not know this. Morris will be leaving as things stand. So, in fact, before we get onto that, we'll delegate a renewal for Mr. Sean Morris. This is going to be quite tricky, actually, because he's got 2 months remaining, but he's on 440 quid a week, despite being 85 rated, so I don't know how much he's going to want. This could be a little bit worrying. Since he's 85 rated, he should be asking for a pretty big salary increase, that's for sure, being paid under 500 quid a week. But I don't want to go overboard in extending his contract, but I don't know how much he's going to want. So what we'll do is we'll set the max contract to offer at, let's go 80 grand a week. And we'll start the wages at 45 grand a week. That's an awful lot more money he's getting paid right now. And yeah, he's totally fine with that. 45 grand a week on a 5-year deal, and crucial squad role as well, which right now, to be fair, he isn't, because Ross Hudson is currently our #1 in the Premier League. But at least he's going to stay and get tied down to a 5-year deal, and that was definitely mandatory. We did not want to see him go on a free come the end of the season. So yes, what we shall do to end the season, as we'll delete these emails real quickly here, is take a look at scouting updates, and we'll take a look at the academy for the final time in season 3. And just get through this as quickly as we can. In fact, you know what I'll do? I might put a couple players in the academy, and I'll show you the academy right now. Sorry, it's just there's so much to get through. It's really, really hard to condense these episodes down. And since I ramble on anyway, it makes it even more challenging for me. But anyway, I put 2 more players in the academy. You can see Fabian Kuhn here. Looks okay potential-wise, but the overall's quite poor. Anton Lundgren, who looks pretty decent, a Swedish left midfielder. Oscar Evans, who just got signed to the academy. A left-back, Australian, 61 overall, 79.93 potential. Looks very good indeed. Vandermeer looks pretty decent too. And also Jonathan Turner, the other player I put in the academy. 61 overall, 81 to 94 potential. He looks very good indeed. A left midfielder. And Oscar Sjoberg. Did I just promote him or put him in the academy? I think I might have done. But him as well then. Oscar Sjoberg too. And that is how the academy is looking. Absolutely love it. And that is basically that. So the final thing you'll see before the end of season awards is the squad hub. I'll show you the stats and the attributes. Briefly touch on a couple of players as well. And then we'll move on to the end of season awards voting for season 3. So another great season then for the Terriers. And again, I'll briefly mention a few players, including Tommy Smith, who of course will be leaving us come the end of this season and joining Spartak Moscow for next season. What a way for Tommy Smith to go out though, lifting the FA Cup and being part of the domestic double winning side. That was fantastic. Alfie Mawson, I'm still not sure he's going to stay here for next season. A very decent squad centre-back, but he's unhappy and wants more game time, and so maybe he'll end up leaving next season. I'm not entirely sure. Twansby, another brilliant, consistent season from last year's Young Player of the Year. 17 clean sheets in 34 Premier League games. This guy's been an absolutely brilliant signing since season 1. Sessegnon, very good indeed. Jespersen, what a great first season he had here at the Kirtley Stadium. Every single game he played, he was fantastic. Bagged an assist too in his first Champions League start for us as well in that qualifier against RB Salzburg. He was great, but also Daniel Amati, I want to briefly touch on him. This guy played more games than anyone else this season, and he had 56 appearances, averaging a 7.5 rating, just 2 goals and 3 assists. But what he was really known for was his defensive work in this team. What a pre-contract bargain Daniel Amati was. The Great Dane, of course, playing centre-back this season, being moved back to play alongside Twansby. Very good in his first year playing in this role. And also Elias Kachunga, obviously our favourite squad player. 38 games, most of which come coming off the bench, but 5 goals and 7 assists. Most importantly, a new 4-year contract. He was great all season long. Van der Linden, pretty decent in his first season for us when playing in the Carabao Cup games. Oxlade-Chamberlain, our second most expensive signing of the season and series as well. Very decent right back for us, taking out Odubajo's place, but being quite good in the left midfield role for us as well at times this season too. The handsome man, our FA Cup hero, fantastic in that 3-1 victory over Manchester City in the last episode. And again, I need to fit this guy into my first 11 next season alongside Bradley King. Aaron Moy, very, very good indeed. Wore the armband as he lifted the Premier League trophy for us and will probably continue to be captain in this team for a very long time. Moses Simon, what more can you say about the daddy? Unbelievable season once again. I thought, could he follow on from last season and have quite as good as a year in front of goal? He had a better year in front of goal. 35 goals in 53 games plus 12 assists as well. This guy is something special, man. Malcolm, our most expensive signing ever for this season. Have to say a little bit underwhelming. Only 7 goals and 3 assists in 33 games, but still a pretty decent player nonetheless. Also, Steve Mounier, not bad this season in limited minutes. 13 goals in 24 games. Very good return for a squad player. But for Bradley King, well, we know the King has arrived. Royalty in this Huddersfield team. And what a great breakthrough year. 22 goals in 30 games. 7 goals in 14 Premier League matches. 4 in 4 in the FA Cup. But this is the big one. 10 Carabao Cup goals in 6 appearances. This guy's goal to game ratio is unbelievable. And Coutinho, top assist this season in the Premier League with 16. 7 goals, 2 in 34 games. He was fantastic once again and a really, really good player. Oh, and Sisto as well, lest we forget. Back to his season 1 form. A really great campaign as well. So, and the last thing you'll see is the attribute diagrams in this team as well. My camera battery just died there, so I'm not entirely sure if you guys would have seen me transition to the attribute section. But sadly, I can't show you the full range of attributes of the players due to the way the squad hub is now set up and there's no squad report. There's no full list of attributes to be displayed, and you can't even see the full attributes when just scrolling to the right there with the right stick. So unfortunately, I can only show you the diagrams, but you see the overall change as well and how much better the players are compared to last season too, and how much better they're currently looking in this team. So that will do it for the first part of the end of season special then. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the video so far. Once again, we'll be moving on to the end of season awards for the next part of the episode, and then right at the end of the episode, you'll have the goal of the season compilation as well. Do you want to say real briefly, thank you for all the support throughout the series so far. We're now closing in on 60 episodes in the series. I'm having so much fun with this project. Season 4 is getting underway either tomorrow or Tuesday, but probably tomorrow afternoon. So hopefully you guys are excited for that. We'll make some new signings as the first episode begins of the new season. The transfer window starts as well. And the first competitive game with the club will come in the next episode, which again will either be on Tuesday most likely or Wednesday instead. But thank you for watching this part of the video. Hope you enjoyed the video so far. And next thing you'll see is the end of season awards as we pick our best players from season 3. So we're now going to move on to the end of season awards then. And as per usual, there are 5 awards to give out. We start off with the young player of the year, then the signing of the season, the game of the season, the fans player of the season, and of course the player of the season as well. So we dive straight into it. The first award is the young player of the season. And no surprises, this went to Bradley King. Now there are quite a few good youth talents in our team this season that could have got given the award had King not been so fantastic. Mikael Jespersen at left back, absolutely fantastic. The handsome man, of course, very good for the middle of the park as well, our FA Cup final hero. But Bradley King this season grew 8 ratings and was no doubt one of our best players in the team all season long as well. He started off making his mark in the Carabao Cup, then in more important competitions showed his worth. Bradley King showed everyone this season that he is a star to watch, and in his breakthrough season was absolutely fantastic. Next up is the signing of the season, and this was actually a really difficult award to give because we only made 2 signings this season for season 3, and I feel as though Malcolm probably did just about deserve to edge it. Oxlade-Chamberlain was the other guy I could have given the award to. He was quite good in the right back role, sometimes playing left mid, centre mid, and once false 9 as well. But Malcolm this season chipped in with quite a few goals, a few assists as well, and was part of our lethal front 4 that led the leagues in goals scored as well. So Malcolm, signing of the season, most expensive signing of the series so far, and I felt it was pretty decent and deserved signing of the season. Next up is one of my favourite awards to give, and this was the game of the season. And this year there were quite a few good candidates. We had the fantastic 3-0 victory over Chelsea at the start of the season away at Stamford Bridge. We had the 4-1 victory over Arsenal this season as well at home, but I gave it to the 4-1 victory away from home against Borussia Dortmund in our first first Champions League group stage win of this series so far. From start to finish, we were absolutely fantastic when going forward, scored a couple of nice goals, including a goal of the season contender, which you'll see at the end of this video, and also saw Bradley King net his first European goal as well. We announced ourselves on the big stage, our first year in European football, and that was one way to do it, an emphatic win away in Germany, and we announced ourselves and told everyone that we're a team to watch, not just in England, but in the Champions League as well. Now, as for the fans' player of the season, this was a very interesting one. You guys decided this year that Bradley King was your player of the season as he won it with 53% of the votes. It was only between, in the end, Bradley King and Moses to see who had won it. Those two got the lion's share of the voting. Not a real surprise, but you gave it to the kid, the 19-year-old striker who this season had an unbelievable goal-to-game ratio. 22 goals in just 30 games, chipped in with 6 assists as well, was the top scorer in the Carabao Cup with 10 goals in 6 games, scored 7 Premier League games in goals in 14 games as well, and also 4 goals in the FA Cup 2 in 4 appearances. His goal-to-game ratio in his first breakthrough year was just quite frankly remarkable, and that's why I'm not surprised he was your fans' player of the season, and definitely, in my opinion, a worthy winner. The King has announced himself. We've got royalty in this team, and he's only going to get better year after year. That's the scary part. And as for the final award, player of the season, well, he was second on your list, but first in mine. Moses Simon winning it back-to-back after winning it last season as well. And when you look at his stats, you can see exactly why. He played 49 games this season in all competitions and scored 34 goals and chipped in with 10 assists as well. Won the Golden Boot back-to-back, was our best player of the season in my opinion in our title-winning squad, and also as well hit 30 goals for the season in the Premier League like we targeted way back in match day 1. Moses Simon once again proving that he is one of the most valuable players in the Premier League, and we rejected some bids for him this season. I'm sure we'll get even more next season as well, but the daddy is going nowhere. So that will do it for the end of season awards part of this end of season special. Some great players being recognised for their efforts this season, but let me know in the comment section down below who you would have given the other 4 awards to, as well as King being your fans player of the season as well. Who was your signing of the season and young player of the season, and what was your favourite game of the season as well? Let me know by commenting down below. The next part of our end of season special is the goal of the season compilation, so look forward to that. There's some cracking goals on show, and don't forget to cast your vote for your favourite goal scored this season. Thanks for watching so far, and the goal of the season compilation starts now.
You just love football. Late drama, and now they have the lead. Did again how close it was to maybe hitting the post and staying out, but luck was with him. In it goes, it counts.
Now, I think the goalkeeper thought he got his angles covered there, but he didn't look too pleased when it rebounded in.
Off we go with the kickoff. He spotted a teammate and he's got the technique as well as the vision to switch the play. Could be a chance here. They've got the ball into a good area. The shot's on! Right from the kickoff. They look like scoring, they have now.
Shot from the off, and what a good goal.
It's a marvellous sight. Even looking again at the replay, Alan, isn't it? A goal up in the top corner like that.
Yeah, I think he'll enjoy watching that one later tonight. Oh, spectacular.
In with a chance. Well, that could be the insurance goal here.
That little bit of daylight that they were after.
It's a goal, and I don't think it'll be the last one they score today, the way they're playing.
No, the opposition is all over the place. Just no semblance of organisation from them.
But he's got to take that risk.
Yeah, he's got to, and this lad will need the service. They need to get the ball wide, get some good balls into the box.
Here comes the corner. It's broken down and they'll have to try again. 2 more minutes to play of added time. And he's done it! And that could just pull them away to make sure of the victory.
Well, it shows the ability with this manager that the players head to him having scored a goal. Really good team spirit.
Well, that really has finished the job perfectly. They've dominated the match.
Yeah, ruthless. They weren't going to go easy on the opposition. Thoroughly professional performance.
Coming up for you on EA Sports, don't forget, don't miss this, the coverage of the Premier League fixture. Huddersfield Town, they'll be hosting Arsenal. Surely! Got to be! And he's put it in for the goal!
Sometimes those kind of shots do cannon back out off the crossbar. Not this time, what a goal.
They are playing well. Their superiority increased really with this goal.
Well, you can only see more goals coming their way.
So thank you very much for watching the end of season special in the Huddersfield Town career mode, everyone. I really hope you have enjoyed it. And don't forget to cast your vote for your favourite goal scored this season by clicking in the top right of the video and voting for what you believed was the best one of the compilation. A friendly reminder that the new season will start tomorrow afternoon at 4 PM UK time, where we'll find out our transfer budget for season 4 and make some new signings as well. Thanks for your support as always, much love to you all. Please leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you for the start of season 4 tomorrow afternoon. Bye!